You are now ready to operate your Ultima 65. Your new Ultima 65 comes preloaded with 2 demo rolls of 1.5 mil film for setup and training. Check to be sure the leading edge of the film is visible on the back of the machine. Turn the laminator on at the main power switch located at the back of the machine. The machine will take 10 to 15 minutes to fully warm up, as indicated by the ready lamp. Make sure the safety shield is down and the feed table and feed table latch are in the proper position. The machine will not operate if they are not in place. The feed table latch is located on the underside of the feed table at the far left. If you are using 1 mil film, you must manually press the 1 mil button each time you turn on the Ultima. Otherwise, the laminator will automatically default to the 1.5 3 mil setting when the machine is turned on. The laminator will electronically set the speed and temperature for the film you've chosen. Presets automatically default to speed 4 as a starting point. Different paper stocks require different speeds for proper lamination. You'll need to refer to the speed setting guide at the upper right of the machine to select the appropriate speed for the weight of paper you are laminating. We will cover this in more detail in our next section. When the ready lamp lights, you are ready to begin laminating. Position your materials on the feed table and press Run. As the rollers begin to turn, wait for the heat line to disappear. Then push the materials into the nip point of the heat rollers. This is where the heat rollers come together. Gently guide your materials as the rollers pull them into the Ultima 65. Do not reposition the items once the rollers have begun to pull them. You can place additional items onto the feed table without stopping and starting the laminator. Press the stop button once all of the items have completely exited the rear of the machine. With the cutter on either side of the laminator, hold the film straight out and depress the cutter's handle while sliding the cutter across the lamination film. Remember that although the blade is covered when not in use, it is very sharp when depressed for cutting. Always keep fingers clear of the path of the blade. Only operate the cutter from behind the machine. Reaching over the laminator to operate the film cutter could result in loose clothing being caught in the rollers, causing personal injury. If the laminator is left for more than 3 hours without being used, the standby button will illuminate. After an additional hour of non-use, the laminator will shut off completely, but the power and standby lamps will remain illuminated. To start the unit from the standby mode, press the standby button. While the GBC Ultima 65 has been designed for ease of use, there are some simple things you can do to ensure perfectly laminated materials every time. Good, consistent lamination is the result of combining proper heat, tension, and speed. Speed, or dwell time, determines the amount of time the material to be laminated is compressed between the heat or nip rollers and is controlled by the speed control. The pull rollers are located behind the heat rollers and are designed to pull the film and improve the quality of the laminated item. As a general rule, thicker items and films, as well as items that are dark or have full ink coverage, need to run at slower speeds because they extract more heat from the rollers at a quicker rate. If these items are run at a rate that is too fast, the laminate will not seal properly and peeling or bubbling may result. The heat lamp will illuminate intermittently as heat is required. You may need to lower the speed setting at this time. If the heat lamp stays on and the ready light goes off, press stop after the item being laminated has cleared the pull rollers and wait until the ready lamp illuminates. Thinner items, such as tissue paper and 20-pound bond paper, extract less heat from the rollers and should be run at faster speeds. On large, thin items, lightly hold the corners as it is feeding. If these items are run at a rate that is too slow, you may experience wrinkling, cloudiness, or poor adhesion. Always refer to the speed setting guide for suggested starting points. Run similar materials together. If you combine thick and thin items at the same time, a poor edge seal will result on the thinner material. Operation of the laminator for more than 30 minutes at a time may require a slower speed setting. If you are unsure that the laminator is set at the proper speed for your item, run a test piece or scrap of the same or similar material through the machine. Make speed adjustments as necessary. Do not attempt to reposition materials once they have been grabbed by the rollers, or wrinkles in the laminate may result. Do not stop the laminator before an item has completely exited the pull rollers. Even a momentary stop will cause a mark or heat line on the laminated item. Do not attempt to laminate abrasive or metal objects such as staples, paper clips, and glitter, as they may damage the heat or pull rollers. Never attempt to laminate adhesives marked flammable. Do not force items into the heat rollers. Any item that is not easily drawn into the laminator by the heat rollers is probably too thick to laminate. All GBC film rolls come with an end-of-roll warning which is visible before the roll is empty. If the warning end-of-roll label appears on either the top or bottom roll of film, new rolls of film must be installed as soon as the item currently being laminated exits the laminator. Do not introduce any additional items into the laminator when this warning label is visible. Remember to check the lower film supply often.